Hi everyone, here's the requested video that I had a lot of people ask for the rainbow unicorn horn nail and also the tie-dye nail. And both of these of course have the Luminara pigment over the top of them, and a few other supplies that you'll need for the colors that I used. I used Gelaze gel polish. The yellow is Celtic Sun, the blue is Splish Splash, the purple is That's Shore Bright, and the pink is Bottoms Up. Those are the four colors that I used on each of those nails. You'll also need a builder gel. In this case I'm using the Mosaic Neo Clear, but you can certainly use your favorite builder gel. You'll also need a no-wipe top coat to apply the pigment over. And to apply the pigment, I would suggest a silicone tool in addition to whatever sponge type applicator that you might use to apply your initial layer. And to blend the rainbow colored nail and the tie-dye, I use this kind of blending brush. I got it from Michael's, and honestly, all I can tell you about it is right here on it says it's a 1/4 inch filbert, and Artist Loft is the name of it. And you can see there again I got it from Michael's craft store. Other than that, I don't remember all that much about it. And to draw the lines for the unicorn nail, I'm using my 0 long brush from Crystal Nails. So we'll get our supplies here ready and get started for the demo. Now I'm just going to start with the blue and kind of work my way up with the purple, the pink, and then the yellow. And I'm just going to form a diagonal stripe starting at the bottom and working my way up with the colors. And then we'll take that blending brush and kind of lightly tap around the transition areas between each color to blend it just a little bit more. Now, because the chrome does tend to minimize any areas where you might not have a smooth transition. In this case, you'll find that you don't have to be 100% perfect with your transition lines. You'll see what I mean once we get the lines and the chrome on there. And between each color I am wiping the brush to avoid getting those different colors into the ones after them. So just a quick blend of the colors. And in this case I did only do the one coat. I kind of liked the lighter aspect of that, but you can certainly do 2 coats if that's your preference. And we'll cure that for the recommended 30 seconds. Now, because my Akzentz top coat doesn't really play well with the sticky layer from the Gelaze gel polishes, that's why I'm removing it before we apply the builder gel, and then after that the Akzentz. So if you've seen my previous video, it's the same process. We're going to paint the lines with that builder gel, and between each of especially those bigger lines down at the bottom, I am curing in between each one to make sure that I don't get any spreading. We want to keep those lines separate and defined. And you do want to, that's why I'm using builder gel, to give that really 3D kind of spiral effect. Now I'm applying the Akzentz over that. Again, the reason for it is my builder gel has a tacky layer, and you won't get the shiny results with the pigment if you don't coat it with your no-wipe top coat. I'm just making sure that I'm getting all the excess top coat from between the ridges, because I want to leave that 3D look intact before I cure. And so We'll move on to the tie-dye nail, and then we'll put on the pigment on both of those afterwards. So this one's very easy. I just place random areas of, again, each of those 4 colors on the nail. And since that yellow, it tends to be it's very bright. It's a neon, as you can see. What I did is I just used the 3, the purple, blue, and pink at first, and then I sort of came in with the yellow afterwards as more of an accent. So just randomly apply sections of your colors, and you'll see that they'll sort of start to blend together anyway. That's the nature of the gel, but we're going to further blend that with our brush. And again, we'll come in with a little bit of the yellow just to kind of give it some accent. I didn't use much of it because it could overpower those other colors. And you could certainly use whatever combination of colors that you prefer. I just thought this was a pretty kind of summery effect. And we'll cure that for the recommended 30 seconds. And again, before I top coat this nail, I have removed the sticky layer, and it's only because I found that, again, with the Gelaze, the accents will tend to separate on the nail for some reason. Just has to do with the Gelaze tacky layer. So that's why I've removed it. And now we're going to apply our Luminara pigment. I'm going to use my makeup sponge and then refine and burnish with my silicone tool. I'm just using the sponge to get a nice all over quick coat on the nail. This takes a lot less time to apply it with the sponge and then go over it with the silicone tool than it does to just use the tool to apply it from the beginning. So again, just a little bit of pigment goes a long way. I always start with just a tiny bit, and then if I need more, I go in and add it. And the pigment does appear grainy at first, and that's the reason for the silicone tool. So I come in, pick up a little bit more pigment, and then I'm going to just burnish that even more. And you'll see when you work with it what I mean about the graininess disappearing when you burnish it with the silicone tool. And I'm going to have a tips and tricks video after this one on how to get your best finish with Luminara as well, so stay tuned for that. But be sure to get in all those little crevices, and there you have that glorious, super shiny, glassy finish. And now we're going to pigment our tie-dye nail. So you can see between that bottom and that top part, the graininess is reduced with the silicone, using the silicone tool. If you don't have a silicone tool, you can use, you can see how beautiful that shine is on that nail. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you don't have a silicone tool, you can use the finger cot that Angela provides in the shipment of your pigment. And now we'll just go ahead and top with our no-wipe top coat. All right, and there are our finished nails. Beautiful, mirror, glassy, absolutely gorgeous. As always, I will leave links to where you can purchase all the products. So check the info box down below for all that information. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section for me. As always, I do appreciate everyone's support. If you have liked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And once again, stay tuned. I do have a tips and tricks video on how to get the best possible effects with your Luminara pigment. And until next time, I will see you guys later.